Hey everybody, Kelly, Flip with Kelly, coming at you here today. So we had an interesting week last week. We had a deal that kind of fell apart, which essentially is a cash buyer had put 5,000 non-refundable deposit down and then decided to back out based on, I don't know, some stuff they might have overlooked. So what they offered was to give us, I believe, 2,000 back, and then they wanted to get their 3,000 out of the 5,000 back. So what we decided to do, with some help, is to give the seller $1,000, and then me and my partners split $1,000. So it still has yet to all transpire and get done, but so far that is the plan. So it's a little bit about putting more value on your reputation than your wallet, because we could have just said we're just going to keep the 5,000 and you're not getting it back. However, EMD doesn't necessarily go to us unless you make arrangements for that ahead of time. So it could just sit there and nobody gets to touch it, and then it's pretty much a lose-lose all the way around. So the seller wasn't too happy about it, but yet same token, he didn't really get mad. He's just like, well, learning lesson, and yes, please send the $1,000 to this address type of thing. So assuming the cash buyer follows through on that, I mean, they do get a 3,000 back, so I guess it would be to their advantage to follow through on it. And we're getting a little bit for our time, and the seller's getting a little bit compensation. It was fairly close to closing too, so a little more disappointing to a seller when it's gets close to closing. So I think we have to be a little more strict on those deadlines. Not wait until towards the end with the inspection period to do a price reduction. So little lessons learned along the journey. And when you start out, you're not perfect. We've had several 7 or 8 deals go through just fine. We have had a few that have not went through for various different reasons. Chalk them up as learning lessons. And as long as you learn from it, if there's a certain area of town that's really rough, or the property's rough, sometimes it can be a seller issue or a title issue. It all depends. But we kind of knew that going into this. As far as the overall the wholesaling goes, is there would going to be some that did fall through, and you just don't experience it until you do. But obviously we're getting some of that now. What else can I tell you about this week? We do have another deal that's a little iffy. So, that being the case, we had some, it's an occupied building and really hard to get in there. And, a lot of it's just kind of assessing it up front. Like, this property is only worth this much. And, if you want to get it under contract for as low as you can and then do a price reduction, or just do it all up front, like not even enter into the contract and stick to your guns on what you figure is worth. So it all depends on how you want to go about it. But anyways, this is Kelly. If you got any value out of this video, please share, like, and subscribe, and peace out. See you next week, guys. Bye.